In the corridors of power in Southeast Asia, few names carry as much weight and complexity as Shinawatra. Today, we delve into the extraordinary life of Paetongtarn Shinawatra, a woman who has shattered barriers and made history as Thailand's youngest ever Prime Minister at just 37 years old. Known affectionately as UNING to her supporters, Paetongtarn represents the third generation of the Shinawatra political dynasty to lead Thailand, but her journey to the top has been anything but predictable. From billionaire heiress to political leader, from campaign trails to courtroom battles, her story is one of ambition, legacy, and the relentless pursuit of power in one of Asia's most politically turbulent nations. Born on August 21, 1986, into one of Thailand's most influential families, Paetongtarn's destiny seemed intertwined with politics from the moment she drew her first breath. Her father, Thaksin Shinawatra, had already established himself as a telecommunications mogul and was rapidly ascending Thailand's political ladder. Her aunt, Yingluck Shinawatra, would later become the country's first female prime minister. Growing up in this environment meant that dinner table conversations often revolved around policy, governance, and the complex machinations of Thai politics. The Shinawatra family fortune has its roots deep in Thai commercial history, tracing back to Paetongtarn's great-grandfather, Sang Seku, who built his wealth through tax farming before the family name was changed to Shinawatra. Her grandfather, Chang Shinawatra, founded Shinawatra Silks and later expanded into finance, construction, and property development, laying the foundation for what would become a business empire spanning telecommunications, real estate, and various other sectors. This entrepreneurial spirit and business acumen would be passed down through generations, ultimately shaping Paetongtarn's own approach to both business and politics. Paetongtarn's childhood was split between Thailand and periods abroad, as her father's business interests required frequent international travel. This global exposure from a young age gave her a worldly perspective that would later prove invaluable in her political career. She pursued her higher education at Chulalongkorn University, one of Thailand's most prestigious institutions, where she studied sociology and anthropology. Her academic focus on understanding human behavior and social structures would later inform her political philosophy and approach to governance. After completing her undergraduate studies, Paetongtarn furthered her education in the United Kingdom, earning a master's degree in international hotel management from the University of Surrey. This qualification reflected her initial intention to focus on the family's hospitality and business interests rather than politics. However, the political upheavals that would later engulf her family meant that her path would take a dramatically different turn. The defining moment in Paetongtarn's early adult life came in 2006 when her father was ousted as prime minister in a military coup. At just 20 years old, she witnessed firsthand how quickly political fortunes could change in Thailand. The coup not only removed her father from power but also forced the entire family into a period of exile and legal battles that would span more than a decade. This experience of seeing her family's rise and fall taught Paetongtarn valuable lessons about resilience, strategic thinking, and the volatile nature of Thai politics. During the years of her family's political exile, Paetongtarn focused on building her business credentials and staying largely out of the public eye. She took on significant roles within the family's business empire, including her position with SC Asset Corporation, where she held a substantial stake worth approximately $152 million according to Bloomberg data. Her business acumen became evident as she helped manage various aspects of the family's commercial interests while maintaining a relatively low political profile. However, politics was never far from Paetongtarn's mind or destiny. As her father remained in exile and her aunt Yingluck also faced legal challenges that forced her to flee Thailand, the responsibility of carrying forward the Shinawatra political legacy began to fall increasingly on Paetongtarn's shoulders. The family's supporters, known as the Red Shirts, began looking to her as the potential future leader who could restore the Shinawatra name to Thai politics. Paetongtarn's entry into formal politics came in 2021 when she joined the Pheu Thai Party, the political vehicle that had long been associated with her family's political ambitions. Her appointment as the party's chief advisor for participation and innovation marked the beginning of her official political career. Despite her relative youth and limited political experience, she quickly demonstrated a natural aptitude for political communication and strategic thinking that reminded many observers of her father's early political career. The transformation from business executive to political leader accelerated rapidly. In 2023, at the age of 36, Paetongtarn was appointed as the leader of the Pheu Thai Party, making her one of the youngest major political party leaders in Thai history. This appointment was not merely ceremonial, it represented a calculated move by the party to leverage her Shinawatra name recognition while presenting a fresh, youthful face to Thai voters who had grown weary of decades of political instability. The 2023 general election campaign marked Paetongtarn's debut as a major political figure in her own right. Her campaign style blended traditional Thai political approaches with modern social media savvy, appealing to both older voters who remembered her father's populist policies and younger demographics who were attracted to her energy and contemporary messaging. Her ability to connect with voters across generational lines proved to be one of her greatest political assets. However, Paetongtarn's campaign was not without its dramatic moments. In a remarkable display of dedication that captured international attention, she gave birth to her son, Thaksin Suksawat, on May 1, 2023, just 13 days before the crucial May 14 general election. Rather than taking extended leave, she continued campaigning almost immediately after giving birth, earning widespread admiration for her commitment and stamina. This moment became symbolic of her determination to balance personal responsibilities with political ambitions. The election results validated the strategic decision to make Paetongtarn the face of the Pheu Thai Party. While the party did not win an outright majority, they secured enough seats to become a major force in coalition negotiations. The complex post-election political maneuvering that followed demonstrated Paetongtarn's growing sophistication as a political operator, as she navigated the intricate process of building coalitions and securing support from various factions. On August 16, 2024, Paetongtarn achieved what many had considered inevitable: she was elected as Thailand's 31st Prime Minister. At 37 years old, she became the youngest person ever to hold the office, surpassing even her own father's record. More significantly, she became only the second woman to serve as Thailand's Prime Minister, following in the footsteps of her aunt Yingluck. The historical significance of her appointment was not lost on observers, who noted that the Shinawatra family had now produced 3 prime ministers across 2 generations. Her appointment as prime minister required significant personal sacrifices. Thai law mandated that she divest herself of her business interests to avoid conflicts of interest. This meant giving up her substantial holdings in SC Asset Corporation and other family businesses, representing a financial sacrifice of hundreds of millions of dollars. However, this divestiture also freed her to focus entirely on governance without the complications that business interests might create. Paetongtarn's personal life has remained remarkably stable despite the chaos of her political ascent. In 2019, she married Pitak Suksawat, a businessman who has largely stayed out of the political spotlight while supporting his wife's career. Their marriage represents a partnership that balances personal happiness with political ambition. Together, they have 2 children, a daughter named Paetongtarn Suksawat and their son Thaksin, whose birth during the 2023 campaign became a defining moment of Paetongtarn's political story. The financial aspect of Paetongtarn's life has been a subject of considerable public interest. Recent asset declarations revealed that she is Thailand's wealthiest prime minister in history, with assets that dwarf those of her predecessors. Her wealth stems not only from her business interests but also from inheritance and investments that have been accumulated over decades by the Shinawatra family empire. This extraordinary wealth has been both an asset and a liability in her political career, allowing her to fund extensive campaigns while also making her a target for criticism about elite privilege. Her lifestyle reflects the unique position she occupies as both a political leader and a member of one of Asia's wealthiest families. Despite her immense wealth, Paetongtarn has cultivated an image of accessibility and relatability, often sharing glimpses of her family life on social media and maintaining connections with ordinary Thai citizens. Her ability to balance the privileges of extreme wealth with the demands of democratic leadership has been one of her most impressive political skills. However, Paetongtarn's tenure as Prime Minister has not been without significant challenges. Recent events have created the most serious crisis of her political career. In June 2025, a leaked phone call between Paetongtarn and Cambodia's strongman leader Hun Sen sparked a major political controversy. The call, which discussed sensitive border issues and diplomatic matters, was seen by critics as evidence of inappropriate foreign interference in Thai domestic affairs. The controversy intensified when it became connected to broader tensions with Cambodia, including a border incident on May 28 in which one Cambodian soldier was killed during an armed confrontation. Paetongtarn's handling of this diplomatic crisis became the subject of intense scrutiny, with opposition politicians and senators questioning her judgment and competence in managing international relations. The situation reached a critical point when 36 senators filed a petition with Thailand's constitutional court, accusing Paetongtarn of dishonesty and breaching ethical standards in connection with the leaked phone call and related diplomatic issues. The court's decision to accept the petition and suspend her from her duties pending investigation represents the most serious challenge to her political survival since taking office. This legal crisis has echoes of the challenges that previously confronted other members of her family. Both her father Thaksin and her aunt Yingluck faced similar constitutional court challenges that ultimately led to their removal from office and, in both cases, eventual exile from Thailand. The pattern has led many observers to question whether the Shinawatra family is destined to repeat the same cycle of political rise and fall that has characterized their involvement in Thai politics for more than 2 decades. The current legal proceedings represent more than just a personal challenge for Paetongtarn, they embody the broader tensions that have defined Thai politics for generations. The conflict between populist politicians who appeal to rural and working-class voters and the traditional elite establishment that has historically controlled Thai institutions continues to play out through constitutional and legal mechanisms. Despite these challenges, Paetongtarn's impact on Thai politics has already been significant. Her appointment to Time's 2024 Next 100 list recognized her as one of the world's emerging leaders who are shaping the future of their respective fields. Her keynote address at the 2024 APEC CEO Summit, where she emphasized the importance of supporting older generations and empowering aging workforces, demonstrated her ability to articulate policy positions on the international stage. Her approach to governance has shown both continuity with and evolution from the political philosophy that characterized previous Shinawatra administrations. Like her father and aunt, she has maintained a focus on populist policies that appeal to Thailand's rural majority. However, she has also demonstrated a more nuanced understanding of international relations and economic policy that reflects her global education and business experience. The question of whether Paetongtarn will be able to break the cycle of political instability that has affected her family remains unanswered. Her youth and energy have brought a fresh perspective to Thai politics, but the structural challenges that have confronted previous Shinawatra leaders remain largely unchanged. The same institutional and elite opposition that removed her father and aunt from power continues to view the Shinawatra political brand with suspicion and hostility. Looking ahead, Paetongtarn's political future will likely depend on her ability to navigate the current legal crisis while maintaining support from her political base. Her suspension from office, while serious, is not necessarily permanent, and she retains significant popular support among Thai voters who elected her party to power. However, the precedent set by previous constitutional court decisions involving her family members suggests that the legal challenges she faces should not be underestimated. The broader implications of Paetongtarn's rise and current challenges extend beyond Thailand's borders. As one of Southeast Asia's most important economies and strategic locations, Thailand's political stability has regional and global significance. Her ability to provide steady leadership and navigate international relationships will have consequences that extend far beyond domestic Thai politics. The story of Paetongtarn Shinawatra represents both the possibilities and limitations of political dynasties in modern democracies. Her remarkable personal achievements, from business success to political leadership, demonstrate exceptional capability and determination. However, her current legal challenges also illustrate how family political legacies can become both assets and burdens that shape and constrain individual political careers. Whether Paetongtarn will ultimately be remembered as the Shinawatra who finally achieved lasting political success or as another casualty of Thailand's institutional political conflicts remains to be written. What is certain is that her journey from billionaire heiress to prime minister has already made her one of the most significant political figures of her generation, and her ongoing story continues to captivate observers of Asian politics and global democracy. If you found Paetongtarn Shinawatra's remarkable political journey compelling, please consider subscribing to our channel for more in-depth coverage of Asian politics and world leaders. Hit that like button if her story of breaking barriers and making history inspired you, and let us know in the comments what you think about political dynasties and their role in modern democracy. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video where we continue exploring the fascinating world of global politics.